If my balls were on your chin, that means my dick's all down your throat. My balls would rest softly on your chin, 'cause I'm getting done. Do 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 do. Hello all. It is the Iceman. The Iceman Unchained. I'd like to welcome you to the Iceman Show, where we rap a taste about the goings on with the American black male and the African male overseas and abroad. And we also discuss how we put dick all down these hoes' throats. So if you got a minute, hold on to your hat and let's get into this. First of all, I'd just like to say that dick down a hoe's throat is not a bad thing. It's a necessary thing. Because if you got your dick all down a bitch's throat, you ain't got to hear that bitch's mouth. You ain't got to worry about her talking shit with her stinking ass. You understand where I'm going with this, y'all? Can you dig it? Go by AskTheIceman.com and order the paperback version of my new book, The Game of Life, according to the Iceman Volume 1. Go by AskTheIceman.com and order an autographed version of my book. I will sign it and I will send it to the address of your choosing. So if you want an autographed version of the paperback, go to AskTheIceman.com and scroll down to Add to Cart, and PayPal will tell you what to do. Also, you can get my book on Kindle and any other tablet format, iPad, Surface Pro, whatever. And also, the main format is Kindle, but you can get that at Amazon.com. You can also get the paperback version of my book at Amazon.com. So if you want to give somebody a thoughtful Christmas gift of information and knowledge, you don't have to look no further than my new book, The Game of Life, according to the Iceman Volume 1. I am currently writing Volume 2. Hopefully I can get it done in the first quarter of next year. So go to Amazon.com for details. Just one note on my book. A lot more people have been getting the Kindle version, and I was like, wow, being able to sell this book by way of the tablet format has really given me a reach that you wouldn't believe. Because I get emails from cats from all over the world, guys who are men and women who are in the armed services, brothers and sisters who live overseas, who are from other countries. I get emails all the time asking me questions about the book and when was I going to release Volume 2. Volume 2, I'm still writing it. Trying to outdo what I did the last time. I think my first effort was okay, but I want to do a lot better than okay. Anyway, go to AskTheIceman.com for details. What I want to talk about today, real quickly, Been running in and out of the house. Been raining like crazy today. Been trying to look at this Big Ten championship between Penn State and Wisconsin. There haven't been no real good games on today. Florida half-ass played Alabama and lost. So I when I saw how that was going down, I think I looked at maybe 5 minutes of the third quarter and I was like, oh, it's over. Can't nobody beat Alabama. I don't even think Clemson can beat Alabama. Anyway, I want to talk about spare dick. And, a lot of brothers, I talk to a lot of cats, man. A lot of brothers be getting mad when I bring this up, especially cats in my family. I'm like, I really don't give a fuck, because the way I see it, you shouldn't get mad. You shouldn't get mad when you find out that all the women you talking to probably got spare dick in their phone. Now, I've talked about this subject before, but I've never dedicated a video toward it. So we're going to get down tonight and break this thing down like it needs to be broke. The problem with a lot of men today, and I know I talk about simps and tricks on my show a lot, because the simps and the tricks have really affected real players who got real game, or who are trying to bring real game to the table. These simps and tricks have undercut what real players are out here trying to do. And so simps and tricks don't want to hear about spare dick, because they figure with all the money they spend, there's no way in hell that the woman that they're simping or tricking on is spending time with other men. Only a fool believes that he's the only man that a woman is fucking with. Now, I'm not saying that there's not a possibility that a woman could choose you and only be with you. I'm not saying that's not possible. But what I am saying is that's not likely. That's not likely, player. Especially in the digital age. Especially in the age where women are meeting men online. And a lot of you guys are under 30, 35, 40. So you grew up in the digital age. So you look at, Match.com and PlentyOfFish.com and OkCupid, and Facebook and MySpace and all that shit. You look upon that shit as being normal. Whereas guys like me don't look at that shit as normal. Because we're looking at like, okay, wait a minute, let me get this straight. 99.9% of the women who are on online dating ain't even attractive anyway. Most of them are strong 3s and 4s, if that. You can't take any of these bitches on online dating sites seriously. You can't take none of them sorry hoes seriously. First of all, they're either married, they either got a boyfriend, or they got multiple fuck buddies who are chasing them around. And usually by the time a woman gets around 35 and 40, and I'm speaking of the average. This is not absolute, guys. Okay? By the time a woman gets about 35, 40 years old, there's probably not any dick out there that she's going to fall in love with. Let me say that again. By the time a woman gets about 35, 40 years old, she's going to come across some good dick after that, but it ain't going to be the kind of dick that she's going to fall in love with. Basically what I'm saying is the dude or dudes that she had kids with when she was 19, 20, 24, 25, 28 years old, most likely those are the dudes who she fell in love with. And there really ain't gonna be anybody, ain't gonna be any room in her heart for another man. I was gonna say another man's I said in her mouth for another man's penis. Okay. So basically, by the time a woman gets about 40 years old, there ain't gonna be no, she's gonna taste a whole lot more dicks. There's gonna be some tasty dicks that she's gonna get a hold to, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna be dicks that she's gonna fall in love with. Y'all see where I'm going? So if you're like me, you're in your 50s like I am, and you meet a broad. If you meet a broad like I do, I run across a lot of 40, 50-year-old bitches. When these bitches roll up on me trying to show me something, I'm like, yeah, bitch, okay, bitch. What kind of dumbass shit are you gonna try to run my way? Well, what kind of old dumbass shit you gonna come up with? That's my attitude when I meet women my age or a little younger. That shit is funny to me. Because I'm looking at this hoe and I'm thinking, all you looking for at this point are simps and tricks. That's all a woman my age is looking for. She ain't looking for nothing serious. And if she is looking for something serious, all she's looking for is somebody to live off of. She's looking for a simp or a trick who's going to present a yellow brick road for her that's easy, where she don't have to really play her hand. She can be phony as fuck and get taken on cruises and taken to Las Vegas and wined and dined without doing anything. That's why when I throw my game at these hoes, they're very surprised because they always expect men my age to be tricks. They always expect me to be a professional trick. And when I show them that I am not a trick, they find it hard to believe. Sometimes they don't believe it till I put this game on their ass. Because you're not going to get nothing out of me that I'm not willing to give. So I tell you young cats, when you're dealing with these women, expect there to be plenty of spare dick in this bitch's phone. Expect plenty of spare dick to go around. Okay? Expect plenty of spare dick. Expect plenty of spare dick. Cause it really makes me laugh when I see niggas on Facebook, on the Facebook Iceman Family fan page on Facebook, I see these cats on Facebook whining and complaining about how they getting played for a fool. Look, man, I don't know what else. I don't know what else to tell you guys other than you're wasting your time trying to make American women adhere to something. There's nothing you can do, dog. There's nothing. I don't care how much money you spend on this bitch. I don't care how much money you spend on this bitch. You are going to be spare dick, or she's going to be your girlfriend and she's going to have other niggas in her phone as spare dick. Now, you could do one of two things. You could either listen and learn and gain some wisdom, or you can get mad and poke your chest out and talk shit about the Iceman like y'all usually do. Man, fuck the Iceman. That nigga always talking bullshit. Don't nobody want to hear these bad luck videos. Shoot. I hate the Iceman. Oh, nigga. Hey, don't get mad at me. I'm just telling your ass the truth. I'm telling you the truth, player. Ain't no need to get mad. That's why I always tell guys to go through your girlfriend's phone when she ain't looking. A lot of people lock their phone these days. A lot of these new phones, they lock. So people can't get it. Like, you know, whenever I spend a night over some chick house, or they spend a night over here, I don't have too many women come over here anyway. But you know, women can't get into my phone. I always know when women be messing with my phone. I can always tell when somebody been looking through my phone or trying to look through my phone. I got both my my Samsung Note 5 and my iPhone 6S. I got the fingerprint the fingerprint recognition, so they can't get in my phone. They can't get in my phone. So I leave my phone right up there so they can see it. And if somebody call or text while I'm in the shower or whatever, or I'm in the bathroom taking a shit, I don't really care. Somebody named Kathy called. I was like, okay, no problem. You know, they want to poke their mouth out. I don't get mad. I don't get mad at all. I'm like, oh well. Hey, there was bitches before you, and there'll be a whole lot more bitches after you. So ain't no need to get mad. Okay? Maybe you need to be taking care of this dick better than you taking care of it, because you actually ain't doing a very good job with your punk ass. So when I get these sorry hoes, whenever I mess with women, whether they're young, whether they're south of age 40 or north of 40 years old, I have the same approach. I ain't the only nigga they talking to, and I ain't the only nigga they fucking. And I don't have a problem with that, because I wear condoms. I ain't worried about catching none, because I'm always strapped up with Trojans. I don't wear nothing else but Trojans. You dig? I don't care who you fucking with. Like, I remember that one time I had this chick come over here, and she said, she came over here kind of late anyway. And she comes over here, and she said, what'd she say to me? She said, her phone kept blowing up. She said, oh, my people keep sending me text messages whatever. And, when I fixed dinner that night, and, I told her I was going to fix dinner. So I'm fixing dinner, and she's all on her phone. I don't really care. To you really be honest, I know about 3 or 4 years ago, I used to say, if a woman come over your house and she all on her phone, she ain't worth a shit. Well, I look at it like this. This ain't my girlfriend. So I don't care. Her overnight bag is sitting next to her purse. She gonna give up the pussy all night. I ain't worried about it. That bitch is gonna be gone in the morning. Okay? So I grit my teeth and deal with it because this woman ain't my girlfriend anyway. Okay? And I know this woman is talking to spare dick all day and night. The only time they ain't on their phone is when they sleep. Or when they got a dick in their mouth. Or a dick up in their ass. But then when they get ready to go take a shower, they take their phone with them. I ain't going through the bitch phone. I'm not going through your phone. I could care less. I care less what you doing. I could care less what that bitch is doing. Not really, don't really care. I just noticed, well, I didn't just notice, but this picture is of somebody that I know's daughter. A woman that I know, this is her daughter. And I thought it was hilarious when I saw this photo because immediately I saw that, I don't know if that's a tampon hanging out. If it is, that is disgusting. And this bitch is an idiot. I mean, this girl ain't but 20 years old anyway. Doesn't mean she's an idiot, but it's just funny as hell to me when I saw that. I never said nothing to the woman about it, but oh well. But anyway, when we got up the next day, her phone had I don't know how many text messages. She went, took a shower, brushed her teeth, and I just, her phone kept blowing up, kept vibrating on the other nightstand. So I leaned over and I looked, and man, that woman had probably 20 or 30 text messages from I don't know how many different people. I mean, some people on there were women. There were women's names on there, and then some of the people who sent text messages were dudes. I didn't sit there and count which was which or how many was which. I don't care. But I thought it was interesting. Me and this chick got an understanding. Okay? She and I have an understanding. And what may sound to somebody else as utter disrespect really isn't disrespect because I know how this chick is. And I know that just like me, she does a lot of business over her phone. Plus, she has a very high stressful job where she's out in the field all the time. She does a lot of traveling. Anyway, she's a nice person, and that's what makes up for her being on her phone all the time. This chick is in her early 40s. But anyway, she ain't trying to be tied down, and neither am I. So we have a very good understanding as to where this is going to go. As far as, we're going to get laid. We're going to give each other some good fucking and sucking, and that's going to be it. There ain't no relationship about to come out of this. Ain't no baby about to come out of this. We both done had all the kids we going to have, and that's it. But I don't have a problem with the subject coming up every now and then about her dating somebody. I don't care. Every now and then we'll have a conversation. She'll say, well, this guy I'm dating, he wants to get all serious and all of this, and he ain't like you. He don't want to just tear the pussy up and, have a good time. He just, because see, here's how I get away with a lot of shit with women. When women come over to my house, they have a good time. I got the best alcohol. I got a big place. I got a nice place. I got, you know, I'm cultured. I'm refined. I'm classy when I need to be. I can be ghetto too, and they like that, and they don't give me no shit over. Um, unlike somebody who may want more out of me than I'm willing to give, and when I mean more out of, you know, I'm talking about me sharing my wealth and my resources, and or us being in a relationship. And after a while, after they keep bugging me about it, I tell them, I say, hey, you know, they like, how you gonna be a guy in your mid-50s and you don't want to have no relationship? I said, I don't mind having a relationship. I'm just careful about who I have a relationship with. They're like, well, what is that supposed to mean? I said, it means what it means. Okay? I said, I'm careful about who I'm in a relationship with. And I'm not just gonna dive into a relationship with anybody. What you trying to say? I'm anybody? I ain't trying to say shit. I ain't trying to say anything. But I will say this, I'm not trying to be in a relationship. I see guys out here in the street. I see guys at HEB. You know, I see couples. Well, I said what I was trying to say, couples. I see couples at HEB. I see couples at Walmart. I see couples at Sam's Club, sitting up there. The woman all on her phone. Yeah, the guy might be on his phone too. And I'm saying to myself, damn, is he talking to spare vagina? But that ain't my problem. You know, I care less about what another dude does. I can care less what another dude does. I don't care. I can care less. I care less what another dude does. If his woman let him get away with it, that's her problem. That's her motherfucking problem. That's his motherfucker. That's her motherfucking problem. Okay? That's her motherfucking problem. I'm trying to help the players. But a lot of women have spare dick in their phone. They got other dudes that they fuck when they're in their phone that when they're not with you. And you shouldn't get mad about it. You have to understand about women in America. They're going to be a hoe as long as they get away with it. That's the way American women think. I'm going to be a hoe as long as I get away with it. Until it gets me in some serious fucking trouble. Until it either gets me in some serious fucking trouble or I have too many kids. Really, having kids 30 years ago used to make a woman straighten up. Today, it make a woman act even more whorish. Okay, I done seen women have kids that act more whorish than they did before they had kids. Women are going to be as whorish and nasty and skanky as long as they can. Even when they're 50 and 60 years old, they're still out here screwing a bunch of dudes. They might feel a little guilty about it when they get to that age, but they still do it. It doesn't stop them from having sex with a bunch of dudes, because you have to understand something. What is you have to see, a lot of women don't want to answer this question. They don't want to hear this answer to this question. What does a woman bring to the table? When a man comes to the table, he brings 9 times out of 10 he brings his resources. He says, "Ooh, look what I'm driving. Look where I live, and look how much money I got in the bank. And it all could be yours if you suck up on these balls." That's what he's doing. Okay? That's what he's dangling that carrot in front of that rabbit. When a woman comes to the table, what does she bring? Well, we know most men are not impressed by how much wealth a woman has, because a man's not looking for that in a woman. He's looking for companionship. He's looking for a lover. He's looking for all the other things that comes along with dealing with a woman when it comes to intimacy and relationships and all that. He don't care what that woman's driving, as long as he ain't got to ride in her car. And he's like, I got my own car. I got an Aldo sitting out there. I ain't worried about what you got. Okay? I ain't worried about your car. So what does a woman bring to the table? Vagina. Okay, this is what I bring to the table. And what most women do in America is dangling in front of your face like a carrot, in front of a rabbit. They'll take and smear pussy juice all on your face, let you smell it, let you sniff it, but you can't have none. You can't have none, no. And if you're dumb enough to play that game, you'll be chasing that rabbit. You'll look around and be a week, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months, 4 months, a year, and you still ain't got that ass. I've met guys who've told me, man, I'm trying to talk to this chick. I've been talking to her for about a year and a half, and she just, I said, dude, you should have gave that up like the first or second time you said something to her. A lot of times women tell you exactly what they think of you when you meet them. It's just that a lot of cats don't be paying attention. A lot of cats don't pay attention. They don't read body language. This woman ain't interested in me. I get that. I pick that kind of stuff up right off the bat. Oh, she interested. Hey, I take it to the next step. Or I meet a woman, and I can tell he ain't my type. That's fine. I ain't trying to be all things to all people. That's fair. She ain't interested in me. She ain't attracted to me. That's fine. That's not a problem. See you later. I don't need to be disrespectful. It's no big deal. I haven't hung my hat, on her, and, saying, hey, I got to have her. I never look at a woman and say, oh, I got to have her. I ain't never done that. And I never will. Sure, I see very attractive women all the time. Don't mean I want to have sex with them. Okay? Or I might say I want to have sex with them, but I don't want to empty my wallet doing it. Or I don't want to waste a whole lot of time. I don't want to waste a whole lot of time calling this bitch on the phone. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time texting this woman. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time Skyping or FaceTiming. I don't have time. I ain't got the damn time, player. You ain't into me? No big deal. But these women will play with you if you let them. So most women, if you count out the women who were never who brought their vagina to the table and were never planning on giving you any in the first place, once you X all of them out, who you got left? The ones that bring their vaginas to the table and they give it up. They give it up. Why? Because that's all they got. What else they gonna bring to the table? If you say, hey, if you ask me, hey, do I want to go get a drink or do I want to go get something to eat? I can buy my own dinner. I can buy my own goddamn drink. I don't need you buying me shit. I mean, yeah, some broke, thirsty dudes out there, yeah, who looking to live off of women. I ain't never been the type that lived off women. I've always had my own. If I didn't have enough to pay for a drink, I was cool. If I didn't have enough money to buy something to eat, I stayed my ass at home. That's just how I played. I didn't get mad at myself. I didn't get mad at other people. I just said, hey, when I get the resources, I'll go out there and buy that drink. I don't need nobody buying me nothing. Have I had women buy me shit? Yeah. But I've also bought them stuff. Some women are just cool like that. Hey, you took me out to dinner, I'm going to take you out to dinner this week. Cool. I'm very appreciative of that kind of stuff. That's a true friend. Okay? But a woman that doesn't offer ever, I have to ask myself, what am I doing with this person? They're not giving, what are they doing for me? Absolutely. What am I getting out of this? So you have to understand, the woman who brings her vagina and puts it on the table, say, here, what about now? Well, you go ahead and you hit it. You have to ask yourself, how many other guys is she doing this same thing with? Could be 4 or 5 other guys along with you. You can't get mad about that kind of shit because that's just the way the world works today. Again, most women are going to be whorish as long as they can get away with it, as long as it doesn't cost them anything. But when it starts costing them stuff, like maybe a large chunk of money, or it costs them their freedom, or it costs them their reputation at work, or it costs them their reputation in the community, and that is important to them. Most hoes, most broke ass, most poor ass, welfare hoes don't care. But so a woman who probably has a job in the community, maybe she's a teacher or a principal, something like that, she don't want all her business out there. Maybe she's a manager at the community bank. You think she want to be embarrassed? No. She got something to lose. A po ass a project bitch ain't got nothing to lose. That woman has something to lose. That don't mean she any less of a hoe though. She's just gonna be a little bit more undercover with hers. But she still can be a hoe. Okay? So I always tell cats, don't sit there and think that you dealing with a decent woman just because she got some class to her. Now I ain't gonna say class because that's different. Just because she's, she might be a type of bitch that don't believe in, having a bad reputation in the community. That don't mean make her any less of a hoe. Just means that she would rather, take care of her. She's probably gonna take care of her personal business a little bit better than the hoe the welfare hoe that live in the projects, who don't care how she's viewed by people in the community, people in her apartment complex. She don't give a fuck. So the point that I want to make to you guys is this. These women are out here having sex with the men they want to have sex with. And it's nothing you can do or say or do to make it any easier on you. The best thing for you to do is understand that Women are going to have spare dick. They're going to have other men in their phone. Some men who ain't in their phone. Maybe it's a guy at her job or her college. She don't have her phone, his phone, his number in her phone, but she still knows where to meet him to go have sex. Okay? Don't get mad because these women got spare dick. Remember, you can be the boyfriend, and as soon as you fuck up and do something they don't like, guess what? They're out in between the sheets with one of their spare dick guys. That's in her phone or not in her phone. Some women have sex with their spare dick even when things are going great in a relationship. Maybe she's just a super freak. There's a lot of bitches out here that just love dick. They love to taste the different dicks. And it's not that she's trying to be disrespectful. She's just a slut. There's some slutty bitches out here. They love dick. And they love different dicks. Just like you love different pussy. But there's no reason to get angry about it and be on YouTube posting videos looking like a fool, talking shit. Talking about how much you done for this woman and the bitch just dogged you out. No, she's just a hoe. She's just a slutty ass hoe. It don't have no respect for herself or the man she's with. And just, charge that bitch to the game and keep it moving. Keep pushing. They don't need to get hung up over that bitch. But every woman has at least one or two penises that she can't get the taste out of her mouth. Okay? She can't get the taste out of her mouth with these two dicks. These one or two or three dicks. She probably got kids by one of them. Or each of them. Maybe the guy came along at a vulnerable time in her life. Or maybe this guy or that guy came along at a time when she was carefree. Didn't expect to fall in love and fell in love with this guy. She'll always be in love with him. Yeah. Will she go out here and marry a simp? Yeah. She'll go out here and marry a guy, but she'll say she loves him, but what she's really in love with is what he does for her and the fact that he don't require nothing of her other than for her to play like she want to be with him. There's plenty of women out there like that who are in loveless marriages. They're with the safest guy, not necessarily the guy that they're in love with. And they're still in love, and they still got the taste of some dude's penis that they fucked with back when they were 21. Now they're 38. And you can go online and meet them on Tinder or Planet of the Apes. PlanetPOF.com. You can meet the bitch on OkCupid, and no matter what you do, no matter how much money you spend on this hoe, she's still gonna be in love and still long for the taste of that dude's penis that she fucked with 30 years ago. That's why every now and then I get women who look me up on Facebook. You think they looking me up on Facebook because I'm just such a great fucking guy? No, they looking me up because maybe I got them pregnant. Maybe I was the first dude that got them pregnant. Maybe I fucked with them, when they was a freshman in college. And they can't get the sweet taste, the sweet Dick Willie, aka the Iceman, out their mouth. That's fine with me. And yeah, have I fucked some of these bitches 20, 30 years later? Hell yeah, I have. Shit's kind of funny to me. The shit is funny to me. And sure, I fucked them, I've looked up some bitches I kind of wanted to. I've looked up more women that I hadn't fucked back in the day than I have that I fucked. But I didn't put myself in, and even if I did catch up with those women, I didn't put myself in no fucked up situation. I ain't make myself look like no simp or no trick. I just was like, okay, this ain't gonna work. And I just kept it moving and like, fuck them hoes. If that bitch wanna holler at me, let her holler at the Iceman on her own. I ain't gonna chase that bitch around the block. Fuck her. No big deal. Ain't gonna sit up here and cry about it. But we need to be understanding and know that sitting up here trying to make these women submit, women who don't know how to submit to a man, is wasting your time. And you get these cats that say, oh, Iceman, I miss your old format and all this old shit. Look, let me tell you something, man. Niggas hate to be told the truth. Niggas hate to be told the truth and it sting. Because most niggas don't want it to sting. Most niggas, their mentality is, oh, well, you know, this nigga, the Iceman, he keeps it too fucking real. No, I'm doing my job, brother. I'm trying to give you wisdom. If you want to be young and ignorant or old and ignorant, be my guest. But what the question must be, what are you going to get out of it? Because my life is filled with wisdom. I don't take a step out of my bedroom without making calculated decisions. That's how you stay out of jail. That's how you stay out of thankless relationships that I don't want to be in. That's how you keep from being in a bad fucking marriage. That's how you keep from being in business with stupid ass niggas. Okay, that's how I can get rid of family who ain't shit and who ain't gonna do nothing but drag me the fuck down. That's how I stay out of trouble. Okay, not being concerned with idiots and dumbass niggas who ain't doing nothing, whether they in my family or not. But a lot of y'all want to sit up here and tell me, oh, I ain't helping your show. I ain't subscribing to your show, Iceman. I refuse to pay any money to subscribe to your show, man. When you started charging money, that's when you lost me as a fan. You know what? You wasn't really a fan if you ain't willing to help the cause. Because this research costs money. It's time out of my schedule. That's why I shut this show down. I do these videos when I feel like it and when I have time. I don't do these videos because it's mandatory. I do these videos when I feel like it. Because I really don't have the time to put all this work into these videos, and people, won't even support the show. They won't even, and again, I'm still doing the donate money for and video suggestion. We're still doing that. But if guys don't want to do it, that's fine. But I am trying to raise money to buy a dilapidated building on the east side of San Antonio to turn into an inpatient drug and alcohol treatment center. There are no treatment centers for African Americans in most of these cities, and we definitely don't have none in San Antonio. Seems like all the drug treatment facilities are in the suburbs, and they look like resorts. And the only people who can go to them are people who got medical insurance, real good medical insurance, and rich people. So if you need to get your life together and you're alcohol or drug dependent, you got to go to jail. Now the county has to spend money trying to get you clean, and that's not their function. But anyway, man, you know, so many of you so-called black folk, you so-called pro-black types talk about you want to help black folks, and you really don't want to help black people. What you want to do is you want to give all your money during this time of the year to the white man, to Hunky McGee, then come on Facebook and be ambivalent and complain about the white man not giving you a job, yet you done spent $1,000 on Black Friday, giving him all your goddamn money. But anyway, that's not my problem anymore. You know, I've moved on, and I feel sorry for those of you who have to, you know, play that game where you gotta lie to yourself. You shoot me down, but then you turn around and give Hunky McGee all your money. All you nigger nerds and video villains. Video villains. Anyway, you tuned in to the Iceman Show, the Iceman Unchained. Go by AskTheIceman.com for information on the Iceman. And you get my book on Amazon.com. or at AskTheIceman.com. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter at The Iceman Show, at Mr. Freeze. You can catch me on Facebook. My page is Dick Long. Go to AskTheIceman.com. Go to the right of the page. Copy and paste the link to my page, and you can add me and friend me up on Facebook. You tuned in to the Iceman Show. I'm your host, the Iceman. Holler at your boy.